Hello everybody, welcome back to Mitch's Miniature Corner, sort of the Seleucid Summer Volume 3. I have the completed Galatian warband that was in the process of being built in the last video. So I just wanted to hop on and kind of showcase these. They were kind of a bit of a longer project. They're 40 figures in this warband, which is almost double of the normal sized units that I do. I typically only do about 6 bases of 4 figures for a total of 24 for most of my Ancients infantry units. So this warband of 40 figures was, almost double the size of a normal unit. So it's not, unlikely that it took me a lot longer to get through, but I think it was just, some life obligations came up in the last few weeks, and those kind of ate into my painting time. So, these turned out fine. I mean, they're not my best work, they're not my worst, but I'm just glad to have them done. They are the Warlord plastic celts. I just mixed in on a couple of the guys in chainmail some Hellenistic heads, just to kind of break up the unit a little bit and give them that kind of more Galatian flair, rather than just, oh, it's another warband of warlord Celts, they've got a little bit more of that sort of Eastern flair. Like that guy's got a Phrygian helmet. This guy's got a Boeotian helmet there in the front. Like I said, all the shields are hand painted, for better or for worse. I just don't really love messing with shield transfers on these types of shields. They just are not my cup of tea. I don't like cutting around shield embosses for shield transfers. It's just kind of frustrating to me. I'm knocking over stuff off camera, sorry about that. But those weren't the only things I worked on, obviously. I worked on these Highland cattle that I picked up at Adepticon a few months ago, just as just kind of battlefield scatter. They were really quick. They only took me a few hours because I just primed them with the Vallejo primer and then just used Army Painter speed paints. So to just get a two-tone look, I mean, they're just going to be hanging out on the battlefield doing just whatever, making it look real. I think I need to get some sort of I'm interested in getting a sprue of the Roman citizens from that War Games Atlantic or Footsore collab set, so that I can make some some vignettes of baggage handlers and traders, and of course a shepherd to go with them. Just kind of to mix in all that little flavor. I kind of like that. When you're looking around the battlefield, just kind of cool little stuff like that. And of course, some baggage or camp pieces to really sell the idea of the ancient battlefield, because, the baggage or the camp was deeply important in almost all ancient battles. So I finished the Galatians, the Highland cattle, and I also, in the back here, finished some Darksword miniatures. These are from the line George R.R. Martin Masterworks. I can't remember who sculpted them, but we've got Jon Snow and Jaime Lannister. And I painted these guys because I wanted something to paint that wasn't a War Games unit. I wanted to just practice doing some pretty high detailed work. So I tried to get a lot of tonality in his clothing and some detail face work, which is not something that I would normally do, you know, in a unit of 40 Galatians, I wouldn't be highlighting, you know, the fabric a bunch, or, you know, going in with like washes and two-tone highlighting to, you know, bring out the faces or the hair. So it was just a nice little break from, you know, a historical war games project, or, you know, a Warhammer project in general, to just paint something high detailed that really just was just for me, just to practice some different techniques and to, you know, have a little bit of fun, because that's why I do this. You know, it's just for fun, and that's why I post these videos, just share kind of what I'm doing. And I have been having a lot of fun, you know, interacting with people in the community too. It's been a ball, you know, just talking with you guys, hanging out, seeing what you're working on. I've had a lot of fun in just the brief like month or almost 2 months that I've been on the platform sharing my work. It's just been lovely. It's a lovely community. But yeah, this is Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer, and how I did that armor is I just I did Vallejo gunmetal, and then I highlighted it with silver, and then I used Army Painter Speed Paint bright red, and I diluted that a little bit, and I kind of like glazed the armor to almost make it look like it was a painted metallic set of armor. And that's kind of how I did that, and I think I'm actually like really proud of it. I think it looks great. And his face, I'm super happy with how Jaime Lannister's face came out too. Just the smug little expression he's got there. I think I really brought it out in the painting. And yeah, his hair is nice. His cape is not that great. I don't know. I think I still need to figure out how to paint white to look realistic, but I know it's all about getting like the shades of not white to be more realistic, because I think it's just like right now it's just too harsh between the light gray underneath and the white as the top highlight. But either way, you know, I'm happy with how he came out. I think they look good, and they were a nice change of pace, you know, from doing these big blocks of stuff. It was nice to just have something to just come home and work on, you know, very high detail wise. And then so that's what I've been working on. What I am looking to work on is I've got a commission for an owl bear from one of my buddies who I play D&D with. He 3D printed this owl bear, and he wants me to paint it. So I'm going to do that. And then I've also been building up a unit of 24 Greek javelin men from Victrix. It's from the bag. Yeah, Greek Peltas javelin men and slingers. You get 56. I already did a unit of like 22 javelin men. But yeah, I did a full unit of 24. And they're going to be, you know, light infantry, formed light infantry for the Seleucid army. They're going to kind of, you know, be on the flanks of the phalanx, making sure that it doesn't get overrun by the enemy. And I've kind of kit bashed them a little bit with different helmets and stuff that didn't come in that Victrix kit, but came in like some of the other ones from the Hellenistic period. So kit bash different heads and helmets and stuff like that. I really like this kit. It's pretty versatile. You get just a million different like bear heads, which is really nice, because a lot of the other Victrix kits, almost all the heads are helmeted unless they're musicians, and if they're the musician head, their cheeks are expressed to sort of you know, make it look like they're blowing into the horn. So having like a million like of these type heads with no hats or helmets on them or anything like that, I think it will be really awesome to add to like the bits collection, because I think these will get a lot more mileage in all the various projects that I do than, you know, these very kind of specific, like both like in era and in like culture. You know, you can't really put this head on a Roman. you know? So, like, that's kind of why I liked that kit specifically, and I think, like, it's kind of just like a kit basher's dream. I think, like, I've kind of already sort of shown you guys that I really like that aspect of the hobby too, like kit bashing and different stuff like that. So I always am on the lookout for good kits to buy for kit bashing purposes, and I'd say that yeah, this Victrix kit, VXA006, or Victrix Greek Peltas, Javelin and Slingers is a good one for that. You get a lot of good bits. So I think that's everything I've got for you guys these past couple weeks. Just, you know, just working away, doing life stuff, and just was painting up these guys and those 2 Game of Thrones characters. And, you know, it's just been a good summer. It's been a little hot where I live in the States, but it's supposed to rain over the next couple days, and it'll even out. It'll be a bit cooler. But yeah, I think that's all I've got. Until next time, have a great time painting, happy hobbying, stay safe, and God bless you.